So let's have a little chat about our glorious leader and the laws that he wants to bring in, because I was reading an article today that say that if there is a coronavirus, epidemic in the UK, if the government deem it to be a large enough problem, which is likely, that Boris Johnson wants to rush in emergency laws. That's twice now already. I've done this in the same video in under 30 seconds. He wants to bring in emergency laws to get around the health and safety laws. So the laws that say that you can't have more than 30 children to a classroom. The laws that say that you can't work more than X amount of hours per week. The laws that are in place for your health and safety, hence the term health and safety. Now I know a lot of health and safety laws are maligned. A lot of them are, seen as pedantic, but many of them are there just to keep you healthy, keep you safe, keep you from working yourself to death. Now, the emergency laws aspect of it is what worries me the most, because there was a leader in the 20th century who brought in some emergency laws to protect against the perceived threat to the state, to the nation, to his country. I won't name that leader. I'm pretty sure you know who it is. And it's a sign of a fascist. You come up with some threat, perceived or otherwise. You use it as an excuse to get emergency laws brought in, emergency powers brought in, so you can violate people's basic dignities, basic rights, such as the right to not be worked to half the death in a week, the right to rest, such as the right to not have overcrowded classrooms, to actually be able to live and learn and work in relative comfort, and other such rights. And look at Boris Johnson's history. He has maligned the courts ever since he got a job in the cabinet, ever since he got involved with the Brexit business. Now, I'm a Lexiteer, not a Brexiteer, and I'm not making that mistake again. I'm not going to actually take the side of someone just because they want the same thing that I want. Now, Boris Johnson wants to leave the European Union. I voted to leave the European Union, and I take full responsibility. I have enabled this, because if it hadn't been for Brexit, if it hadn't been for the mess that happened after the Brexit vote, Boris Johnson wouldn't be in power right now, and he wouldn't be about to strip away our basic securities, our basic rights on this imaginary bogeyman of the coronavirus, which has killed one Brit so far. 98% of the people who get infected with the coronavirus survive. It's just a strand of flu. You develop a vaccine for it, you get rid of it. It's easy. It will be a next year's flu jab, no doubt. It's not the Black Death. Yet Boris Johnson and his government are going to make out like it is, because they're worried that somehow coronavirus will cause the economy to collapse. No, there's something else that will cause the economy to collapse. That's your twisted, hard right view of Brexit, not coronavirus. But of course they're going to blame coronavirus, and they're going to blame Chinese people, and it will become a racist endeavour, more racist than it already is. And that will get the blame. And what will happen is nothing will be Boris's fault, or his government's fault. Everything will be coronavirus's fault, Chinese people's fault, the EU's fault, and we will lose all of the rights that we have spent decades working towards, fighting for, building. We'll lose them all to a Tory government, because it's in bed with the huge corporations and the big bosses and the fat cats and the CEOs and the bankers. And what those people want is to make more money. Hoard more money for themselves and less for everyone else. And how do you do that? Well, you take away people's right to paid breaks, for instance, paid sick leave, paid holidays. You take away their right to strike. You take away their right to not work more than 50 hours a week. That's how it's done. That's how fascism starts. Start worrying. I don't give a shit what your politics are, right wing, left wing, centre. Start worrying, because Boris Johnson's record speaks for itself. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.